Hello comic book fans, today we're talking about Spawn issue 8. This has been a series I've been doing slowly on the channel, but I want to come back to Spawn. I'm probably going to do more rapid videos of Spawn in the future. Issue 8 of Spawn is a very unique book within itself, not just, with Spawn, but all together in comic book history. Why do I say that? Because it was probably the first of its kind. And what do I mean kind? The story starts off and we go through this journey with Chili, what they call him. And if you remember who that is, he was the, child Minecrafter a few issues ago where Spawn took him out. And this is him in the afterlife. And this entire story is us going on this weird journey with him through the afterlife, because it's not just as simple as heaven and hell. We have these other realms, right, that is tied or somewhat linked to hell and heaven. And he ends up in this weird jungle. Like place with all these other people, including a kid. And this first being comes out of nowhere. He has wings and looks more like a she. Is very mechanical looking, right? Very beautiful design. And not just, I wouldn't say comics, but very fantasy, based style when it comes to what this is. And the first person that's taken away is this black woman. And I want to say that she was like a devout Christian, right? She was very religious. And it seems that these beings are coming and taking them to where they want to take them. Now, honestly, are these places inherently good or evil? I have no idea. I feel like it leads more towards evil, but it seems like you'd rather go to these places if you could pick them over hell, right? And Chili, the killer, he's going on his journey. He's pretty much talking from his perspective. And each time he goes back to sleep, he dreams of when Spawn took him out. He dreams of when Spawn got him. And even he says it himself, he does not want to see that guy again. And he hates the experience that he went through the last moments before he just blacked out. And we're going with these people, and this other person's took it, right? And that's pretty much what this story is. It's taking us through his mindset and it's showing us these people that are taken, and they're being taken to these other realms, right? They're all connected together, and one person being taken to like the sixth sphere, another person's getting taken to like the fourth, etc., right? And it's numbered in these spheres. And this one guy, he's getting taken by, he walks up to this guy he thinks is Elvis, right? And it turns out it's like a demon, and they pretty much get high off the souls that they get. So it really depends on who you're coming across and who's taking your soul. And I'm guessing like not all these people are inherently good, but they're being taken to places not even like heaven or hell, but like these other places in between. And Chili has this dream again, where he has the dream of Spawn coming after him again. And it's very interesting on how this world works. But when it's finally down to him and the kid that are left, he snaps in a way and tries to kill the kid, right? He can't help himself. And right when he's about to do that, the head splits, right? And it's a monster essentially. And then it shows that it's Violator, or at least one of the Violators, and that this all was a giant trick, right? They was just trying to see if he actually changed, or is he the exact person that they would want. And it turns out it was all kind of a play specifically for him, right? They wanted to see, would he be a good candidate. And it's funny because you see him running, and the charisma that this Violator has and the writing in it it's so good, but it's scary on how nonchalant the Violator is, right? It's very creepy on how normal it's talking about this entire situation. And we see from Chili, he doesn't want anything to do with this. Like, he's evil, but he's not on the scale of evil that these beings are. But unfortunately for him, he's the perfect candidate because they want somebody crazy evil, somebody like him that has taken out like 28 like kids, like Minecraft at them all. And they make him, as they're talking, as they're talking to him, he's telling him, oh, listen, you're going to enjoy it, right? In the eighth sphere, you're going to enjoy it there. Like, you're the exact guy that they would want, right? And he gets him, and he's showing him all the other floors, all the other spheres, and showing him the reality of each of the other spheres. And that's when he takes him to what is essentially hell, right? That's where he goes. It's just brutal hell. And we see now, I don't know if everybody knows this, right? I think it's obvious at this point, but the spawn suit, right? The actual spawn suit is a being within themselves. And when a soul, a person is picked, that thing goes on, wraps them in it, but it's pretty much like a symbiote. It's a demonic symbiote. It's another living being. And we see Violet talking about it, and it's a she in this instance. And it's covering Chili, and it starts to bond with him, right? She actually likes him, and he starts to bond with him. So he goes through that gruesome and that brutal process, right? And it's such a crazy, this whole story did an amazing job of showing us how twisted the world is of Spawn. I feel like issue 8, this issue is a perfect, a perfect representation of the lengths that this universe can actually go. He's covered, and now he's a Spawn himself. He is what he feared. He is what took him out. And even you can see on his face, he's like, this isn't fair. You know what I mean? It's like he's finally starting to understand how evil, how cold things can actually be. But it's already too late. And now he's in this situation. And now he has to talk to the big man himself. Like thee and thy and everything in between, the Violator himself, the devil of this realm, right? The Satan of this realm, of the 8th sphere. And such a great issue. The art is great, the storytelling is great, and it shows us all the other spawns as well. It's such a perfect, it's a 9 out of 10 comic book and concept altogether. And that's all I have for this video. Thank you guys for watching this video. Like, share, and subscribe for more. And thank you for watching.